Hi, everybody. Today we're going to be looking at square roots and pi. So you should be kind of familiar and maybe remember from last year. But here's a little refresher. You do need to open up your Desmos.com. If you need to go to the scientific calculator, let me show you the home screen real quick. So if you go to Desmos.com, it gives you this. Remember, go to Math Tool, Scientific Calculator, and you'll find what we need for today because it gives you square roots down on the bottom left and pi button also right here. So if you will, maybe you've given the square root of 3 is given to you and you need to convert it to a decimal. Okay, you can put it in on your phone calculator, but I'm going to type in square root. It's over here on the left side of your screen. And then 3, because that's what we're looking at. Your answer is over here on the right side, 1.73, and it gives a lot more numbers than that. So for right now, I'm going to do either 2 decimal places or 3 decimal places. So let's just write down this. That's all we have to do, okay, to change to a square root to a decimal. So if you had the square root of 120, again, we would go to our calculator, and I'm going to type in the square root of 120, and I get 10.954. 0.954. Okay? Sometimes, and I mean this as sometimes, there will be a number on the outside of your square root. Okay, and you're going to see this more when you get to the freshman year in algebra and then further up in high school. But every once in a while, 8th grade star, Texas people that create tests love to put a little number on the outside of your square root sign, which is called a radical. So we go to Desmos. Let me clear out all of this. I'm going to type 3, my square root sign, and then my 4, just exactly like what I wrote down. And guess what? It gives you an answer over here of 6. So that's not too bad. That happened to work out. Well, what if we had like 13 square root of 5? That's a horrible 5. Let's make that better. Okay, so again, I would type 13, my square root sign, and 5. 29.068. Okay, and I could write it down. It converted it to a decimal for me. 29.068 to 9. Okay, now let's move on. Pi, not your apple pie, your cherry pie. It is this symbol that looks like almost like a weird squiggle. In Desmos, it is located right here, kind of near your square root sign. If you hit enter, it's 3.14157, and it goes on forever and ever and ever. Okay, a lot of people will just say 3.14 and be done with it. They won't try and learn all those extra digits because there's a lot of them. Now, what you might get as a question is pi, or maybe you would have to order it within a set of numbers, or maybe you would have to have what is 2 pi, and that was what they would give you, or what is 16 pi. Okay, we can use our calculator. We'll go back to Desmos, and I'll type in 2, and I'll click my pi button, and it's 6.28. So I'll write that down for you. Okay, and then 16 pi. Let's erase and type in 16 pi. And it's much larger, 50.26. All right, so that's how you would use the pi button. Last thing, sometimes they will give you a number line, okay? And they will give you, and then they will give you lots of dots, like this is N and M, P, and Q, maybe R, lots of different little dots, and they'll say, where does the square root of 38 fall in this number line? So we would go and actually find out what is the square root of 38. and it gives us 6.16. So I would write that down first, and then you can go back to your number line and figure out where would that be kind of located. So here is 6, and here is 7. So we definitely know it has to be one of these 3 points. Okay, it's going to be the one closer over here to 6. So it's going to be point M. Okay, that's another way they use square roots is you have to find what numbers they fall between, which one is it closest to, those type of problems. They can do the same thing for where is 2 pi on a number line. Okay, so just kind of go figure out what that square root actually is as a decimal, and then figure it out where it is on a number line. Hope this helps. Have a great day.